Hey everybody, Johnny Bohmer here. Today we're testing a 2019 Ford F-250 XLT. It's a 6.7 liter V8 turbo diesel, 450 horsepower, 935 foot-pounds of torque. The weather conditions today were not ideal, so we had to test the truck in rainy conditions and in some dry conditions. But overall the test went really well, and I think you'll be real pleased with the results from this Ford F-250. Hey everybody, it's Johnny Bohmer. Got a little bit of weather coming in here, but I'm going to do some testing today. I've got a 2019 Ford F-250 diesel, 6.7 liter, four-wheel drive, real nice truck, brand new. Got 120 miles on it. So without further ado, we're going to do some testing with the truck right now and do some 0 to 60. And see how it performs 0 to 60 in two-wheel drive. Then we'll try four-wheel drive, and then we'll go. Then we'll try to run the truck from. We'll do a 60 to 0. Then we'll go to top speed. I'm guessing maybe 95 to 100 miles an hour. Usually the governor around 95, 97, 98 mile an hour, and we'll see what she does on a lockup from that speed. So anyway, I just want to let you all know what we're doing, and we'll give her a shot. Let's hit a 0 to 60 real quick. Two-wheel drive, 0 to 60. There it is. Now let's do 60 to 0. Let's see how that works out. Huh, pretty impressive. You ready? There it is. All right, 0 to top speed in the truck. Let's see how that works out. 0 to top speed. There it is, 96 miles an hour. Its top speed in this truck is 96. Now we're going to do a little bit of let's take it back up to 96 miles an hour and lock it up and see how the brakes hold up. All right, we're coming up on 96. We're at 96 miles an hour. We're going to lock them up. Miles an hour. We're going to lock them up. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. The truck stopped nice. Now we're going to do a 35 mile an hour avoidance, like we got a deer in the road at 35 miles an hour. Whoa, there he is again. Whoa, there's another deer. There's another one. Truck seems to do pretty good. Let's try a 45 mile an hour deer avoidance. 45 mile an hour. Yep, we avoided that deer. I don't know if y'all saw him, but he was invisible. But truck's pretty daggone stable. Truck's very stable. So let's try one more test. Let's see here if this truck will take cruise control at full throttle. Okay, we're going 96 miles an hour and the cruise control is working good. Okay, we're going 96 miles an hour and the cruise control is working good, holding at 96. Cruise control's holding at 96 miles an hour. Got a little bit of rain out here. 60 miles an hour, give or take. And we're just gonna lock them up right here. Now we're gonna run out onto a dry surface here. This runway's so long. We're at 96 miles an hour. We're gonna see if we can get a good stop here at 96 miles an hour in the Ford diesel. Pretty good truck. I think she's worth the money, boys. We just went out on the Johnny Bohmer Proving Grounds and did a bunch of testing here with this 2019 Ford F-250. It's a 6.7 liter diesel. It's a Lariat, XLT Lariat, 4-wheel drive truck. And real happy with how the truck ran. I was pretty surprised. We did 0 to 60, which we're gonna get some data back for you guys once we get all the data retrieved. We did 0 to 100. Well, actually, we did 0 to 96 because the top speed on this truck is 96 miles an hour according to the speedo. So they've got it governed so it probably won't go over 96 miles an hour. We also did some 100 or 96 mile an hour back to 0. I did some deer avoidance testing, swerving it pretty radically, pretty hard out there, on the Johnny Bohmer Proving Grounds runway. I'm real happy with the truck as far as all that stuff goes. Top speed was a little bit on the iffy side, but the truck ran good, the AC's good, and we did some real hard brake tests. 100 to 0, well, we did a couple times. We did it in the rain. We also did it on the dry. The runway's so big out here, you could have, you could get a suntan on one end and you'd be putting up your hurricane shutters on the other. So the runway is real long. At 3 miles, you get a lot of pretty cool stuff going on out here. Sometimes you can avoid the weather altogether if you test on one end. We also did 0 to 60 in 4-wheel drive, and we did 0 to 96 in 4-wheel drive. We also locked them up in 4-wheel drive. So overall, we did some really good tests with the truck. The AC stayed cool. The truck never got hot. Really pretty happy with the truck. If you want a good diesel truck, it's super quiet. Honestly, it doesn't sound like a diesel. The diesels I'm used to are like making all kinds of noise. But anyway, we're going to keep testing trucks. You guys have asked us to do a bunch of different trucks at the Johnny Bohmer Proving Grounds. We do a lot of exotic cars. We test a lot of vehicles, guys, to see if these vehicles perform exactly what they say they do on paper at the factory. And we usually find out that they don't. That's why we call it the Johnny Bohmer Proving Ground. So listen, stay tuned for some new tests coming up. Follow the Johnny Bohmer Proving Grounds YouTube channel, subscribe, and hit the alert on the Johnny Bohmer Proving Grounds so every time we put a video up, it gives you all a call. We'll see you on the next test.